Fellow travelers, you have found yourself back in the LZ. Good to see you again, and boy, has it been an excellent week for us here in the No Man's Skyverse. Sean Murray and company dropping deets all over the place, satisfying and satiating our thirsts, finally. And there's only but one thing left for us to do, and that's drink up the patch notes, baby. That's gonna be great stuff. Look forward to that. Probably, if we're going by history's sake, probably Tuesday, maybe the day of launch. Kinda hoping Tuesday because, frankly, I would rather just get all that stuff out of the way and be playing on Wednesday. So this is it, family. We know just about everything as far as pillars are concerned for the Beyond update coming in just a mere 3 to 4 days, depending on when you're watching this video. But pay attention to this, everybody. I cannot stress this enough. We still know a fraction of what's to come in Beyond landing on Wednesday. Sean Murray and Hello Games still has a whole lot of ordnance to drop, and they're holding that for Wednesday or whenever the patch notes are dropping. I can assure you that. So if you've been living under a rock in the past couple of weeks, let me try to catch you up a little bit. No Man's Sky Beyond is the biggest update yet, and it's coming with 3 gigantic pillars. The main pillar of which, arguably, is No Man's Sky VR, a VR capability that's encompassing the entire game and all of its functionality. The game was basically reworked from the ground up to help facilitate a believable and excellent VR experience, and so far the press, they're just seemingly loving it so far. Second pillar is obviously No Man's Sky Online, an expansion of the online capability that the game sort of already had already. 16 to 32 players, depending on what console or what platform you're playing on. They still haven't been really clear on what it means, a 16 between 32. I'm reading it as consoles are going to be 16, PC is 32, and a whole ton of extra functionality is being added to the game to help facilitate this online aspect. Mainly a central hub where a lot of players can just sort of meet up, come together, and sort of easily travel the universe in large groups. It's almost like that's going to be the attraction now, which I'm sort of happy because this new Nexus, they're calling it, is looking pretty goddamn rad. And then the third pillar. If No Man's Sky Online and No Man's Sky VR were the meat, this is certainly the potatoes, folks. No Man's Sky 2.0. Ya boy LZ called it in December of 2018 when I put up sort of a risky video saying that the next big update for No Man's Sky was going to be so large that it was going to be worth marketing as this sort of second coming of No Man's Sky, or 2.0 if you will. So for all of the shit that I usually get wrong, it's kind of nice to sort of get something right every once in a while. And this third pillar, No Man's Sky 2.0, is, like I said, the potatoes to the meat. A buffet of tweakings, changes, growth, reconnection of existing features to new features, a seemingly overall retooling of No Man's Sky, an expansion of base building, riding, taming, and milking aliens. You know, I want to be the guy that was sitting in the Hello Games office that one day where they were like, we all got nipples, Sean. You should be able to milk the aliens. I'm just saying. And all of this new stuff is sounding super cool. Again, I cannot wait to see what these patch notes look like. I'm super excited for that. Sean says the patch notes are going to be about double the size that they were for No Man's Sky Next that launched a little over a year ago now. And those patch notes were pretty hype, I'm not gonna lie. And I really like what I'm seeing so far, right? The press is loving it. The conversation has largely been changing about No Man's Sky over the years, with the exception of a straggler that continues to talk like they're reading YouTube comments because they just can't let go of the past. But I gotta tell you, there is one thing that is sort of leaving me disappointed with the news that we've been getting about Beyond so far, and one glaring omission, one thing that I really hoped that we would start to see, one super popular item as of late that a lot of games have been taking advantage of, sort of forcefully in certain cases. No Man's Sky Beyond is sort of mysteriously missing crossplay with Xbox and PC, which is really unfortunate to me, right? Because even the AAA games are getting into this now. You got games like Rocket League, Fortnite, Destiny, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare is going to be full crossplay. And with as easy as a lot of developers have said that crossplay is, it's just sort of just flipping a switch and making it happen. happen, I'm feeling less like Hello Games just didn't want to take the time to implement it, and more like it's some political garbage, mainly probably involving Sony, which is the sort of history as of late, which is really disappointing. And it kind of makes me wish that Sony would just get their asses kicked next gen, because the sort of hubris that has come along with Sony's weird policy positions and not allowing things like crossplay, which is, I mean, when even Nintendo is beating you in those kinds of ideas, you know, Nintendo, the most protective of their IPs and their policies in the industry, annoyingly and nauseatingly so. Like, when you're being beat by Nintendo in that regard, you really have some self-reflection to do. Now, of course, Sony likes to cave sort of begrudgingly when they face a lot of backlash and feedback about their stupid decisions regarding how sort of in the past that they like to lead. And this isn't unusual for Sony. Usually when Sony's leading the market in something, they typically try to stick their nose in the air and just sort of pretend that they're sort of breaking new ground in something, when really they're just being sort of crotchety and annoying with it. So truly, it's conjecture. I just hope that it's not, I really hope that's not the case. I mean, if it's that Hello Games just didn't choose to implement that kind of feature at this time, then that's totally fine, right? But if this is some stupid positional garbage with Sony, which I sort of feel like that it is, then hurry up and change your stupid policy, Sony. This is getting stupid. But all in all, I am super excited for what we're seeing, right? Beyond is going to be a massive update. The trailer looked pretty cool, but I tell you what, I was more excited to hear about what was coming with 2.0, to be honest, right? No Man's Sky, Hello Games has been putting a lot of work into this game for 3 years, and I mean, if you're not convinced already that this is the games as a service that really sets the bar, right? You have a lot of complaining in the sort of internet discourse, gamers complaining about loot boxes and microtransactions and stuff like that, and really just sort of pissy about the games as a service model in general, while No Man's Sky is over here sort of creating trends and showing these folks how to do it right, and they're getting ignored for it, right? So I really think this is something that we need to spend more time talking about this, right? You know, for all of the belly aching that we do about the service model, a lot of folks should be pointing to No Man's Sky right now, regardless of how it launched, and just say, hey, there's no reason that you need to charge for a season pass. There's no reason that you need to use microtransactions or loot boxes. The only reason you're doing it is out of greed. So these AAA publishers feeding me this bullshit that they absolutely can't survive in the gaming space without having some kind of shoddy business model, right? Where they're sucking dimes out of you every chance that they get. No Man's Sky is the absolute antithesis to that kind of thinking, right? So congratulations and kudos to Hello Games for pulling off something. We're 3 years in and 7 major updates have been launched, all free of charge, and Hello Games have never charged another dime other than the price of entry to play No Man's Sky. So if you're looking at games as a service and how to do it right, this is it, everybody. So with that said, I'm hyped. Are you hyped? I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped because I'm hyped. And yeah, we are just days away, everybody. This is going to be so sweet. By the time you're watching this video, we'll have exactly 3 days until Beyond tickles the hair on the back of your neck. Speaking of tickles, don't forget, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, LZ NMS Cast. We're doing it, everybody. It's going to be the night before the launch. Come here to the LZ, party with me. Tell me how giddy you are about the new impending update as we bring Beyond in together, you and me and whoever else decides to watch. Also, be sure to check out the LZ on Wednesday, the 14th. We'll be doing a lot of live coverage of Beyond, and I'll try to probably cut some videos and tutorials, information, stuff like that. Maybe even sort of work together a new review for No Man's Sky to sort of catch everybody up. But if this video has been helpful to your No Man's Sky viewing experience, please do like, subscribe, click the bell, and be sure to be here on Tuesday night as we bring in the new holiday, everybody. Thanks for stopping by the LZ. See you then.